Most of the five-star prospects arrive at a basketball powerhouse, destined to be instant superstars. Like, if you remember when a rookie named LeBron James arrived in the 2003 to 2004 season and immediately made the league his personal playground? He averaged 20.9 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 5.9 assists as a rookie and won Rookie of the Year. It was great to watch. But today, we got a different kind of prospect. The Brooklyn Nets rookie Drake Powell. While his 7.4 points per game at North Carolina might have had any casual fans scratching their head, anyone watching the tape knew better. That wasn't just a display of an underachieving freshman, but of a player who redefined his role to dominate in ways that don't always make the noise, but the impact is always there. Just think of it. He was UNC's Defensive Player of the Year, leading the team in plus-minus 10 times, which clearly is a testament to his value beyond scoring. His elite athleticism made him a game-changer on defense and a finisher on offense, especially on impressive 68.2% half-court rim attempts. This wasn't just a raw project, it was a blueprint for winning, one that saw him step up in big moments like his season-high 18 points against Michigan State. So, while the numbers whispered, the plays shouted. And for the teams that were listening, it was a preview of something much bigger. All right, let's dig into what makes him so special and how good Drake Powell actually is. Let's start with defense, because while Powell's offense was kept in check, his defense was a full-on masterclass, the kind of analytical gold that makes scouts fall in love. You see, it's not just about the numbers. The plays tells a much more ferocious story. With a 7-foot wingspan and that explosive athleticism from the combine, Powell became a perimeter nightmare. He was consistently matched up against the toughest offensive threats, and he shut them down. Think about this. He limited top prospect Cooper Flagg to just 4 points in one matchup. This isn't just about his physical gifts, it's about his relentless work ethic and high IQ approach. He doesn't just guard his man, he's a disruptive force all over the floor. And also, you just can't undermine his speed and length, which clouded passing lanes, affected plays off the ball, and created turnovers. Remember that game against Boston College where he forced the 5-second violation on an inbound play to seal the overtime win? That's the kind of high-impact, low-maintenance defending that has analysts comparing him to players like Herb Jones or young Thabo Sefolosha. It's the kind of effort that makes you a winning basketball player, plain and simple. Now, with his defensive identity established, we need to dive into the other side of the ball. Because if his defense is a finished product, his offense is a fascinating puzzle, with all the right pieces just waiting to be put together. For anyone who only watched him at North Carolina, the offensive game might seem simple, even passive. He shot a respectable 37.9% from 3 and 48.3% from the field, but it was all low usage, all off ball. But here's the thing. The scouts and analysts who did their homework looked past the simple numbers. They saw a player who, in high school, was a legitimate high-usage playmaker, a true on-ball creator. That's why you see flashes of brilliance, like his impressive 68.2% rim finishing percentage, leveraging his explosive first step. So what's the puzzle? Well, it's his underdeveloped ball handling and shot creation. His free throw percentage during the freshman season at the University of North Carolina, during the 2024 to 2025 college basketball season, was just 64.8%, and he sometimes defaults to inefficient mid-range pull-ups when pressured. But this is exactly what makes him so intriguing for the Brooklyn Nets. They aren't asking him to be the man, but to be more of like a connective tissue, the player who makes the right play and thrives in a spread-out system. His high school tape, his work ethic, and his intelligence all point to a player who can unlock more of that offensive toolkit over time. So we've talked about the athletic tools and the untapped offensive potential, but here's the thing that really separates the great from the good: their ability to step up when the game is on the line. You know how it goes. The first time a rookie steps on an NBA floor, everyone holds their breath. And for Drake Powell, coming off a knee issue that sidelined him in Summer League, the pressure was on. He missed the first few preseason games, but when he finally got his chance against the Phoenix Suns in China on October 10th, he didn't just play, he made a statement. In 13 minutes, he put up 6 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. But the box score doesn't tell the whole story. He flashed that explosive athleticism we saw at UNC, and perhaps most importantly for his offensive development, hit his first professional three-pointer, a positive sign for his jump shot. Just 6 days later, on October 16th, he got the nod for his first professional start against that same Suns team. It's a move that shows just how much faith the Brooklyn Nets coaching staff has in his ability to impact the game with his basketball IQ and defensive prowess, even as his offense continues to evolve. That's a powerful message for a rookie who wasn't even a high-volume scorer in college. So, how does his physical potential stack up against his mental game? Drake Powell, despite his low usage, showed time and again that he's got that clutch gene. Remember the game against Dayton in the Maui Invitational? With the Tar Heels trailing late, it was Powell who drained a corner three with just over a minute to play, giving UNC the lead for good. That's a moment you don't forget. Or how about that crucial win over Boston College? It's these moments where the pressure is highest that confirm his ability to be a winning contributor at the next level. And speaking of the next level, when we look at Drake Powell's potential, we can't ignore the compelling comparison to Mikal Bridges. Bridges, remember, was also a complimentary high IQ wing at Villanova, with a low usage rate on a veteran-laden team. But when you look at the stats, they reveal similarities that go beyond the surface. For instance, both players were highly efficient on catch-and-shoot opportunities in college, a trait that translates immediately to the modern NBA. Powell's 40.5% on catch-and-shoot threes at UNC echoes Bridges' collegiate efficiency, suggesting a reliable floor as a spot-up shooter. But here's the key. The real similarity lies in how their value extends far beyond scoring. Both demonstrated a high basketball IQ, rarely turning the ball over while making smart, connecting plays within the flow of the offense. The Brooklyn Nets, who drafted Powell, clearly might have seen this blueprint, viewing him as a strong defensive presence who could eventually expand his offensive game, much like Bridges did. And this comparison isn't just about projecting Powell as an offensive star right away, but about seeing the same two-way DNA that allowed Bridges to flourish. So, after all the tape, all the stats, and all the comps, what's the final verdict on Drake Powell? He's a high-motor, high-IQ defensive wing with elite physical tools. He may not have been the high-volume scorer in college that some expected, but the glimpses of his offensive potential combined with the successful preseason debut are encouraging. The Brooklyn Nets have a plan, and the development-focused rebuild is the perfect environment for him to grow from a complementary role player into a more complete offensive weapon. He's not a finished product, he's an investment. The journey is just beginning, but for those who believe in the blend of athletic talent, defensive grit, and a winning mindset, Drake Powell is a fascinating prospect to watch. If you're ready for more deep dives into the NBA's most intriguing prospects and analytical breakdowns, hit that like and subscribe button. Let us know in the comments below who you think is the most underrated rookie in this year's class.